So I'm going to spend this DYSG opening banter just shamelessly plugging my merch. For those of you who don't know yet, Do You Speak Geek has officially launched its merch line. You can find it at teespring.com/stores/Do You Speak Geek. You can also click on the link merch on doyouspeakgeek.com. It's right there directly in the middle. And there's a big old red here button. Click here to start shopping. And you can click there and start purchasing DYSG merch. We have t-shirts of many colors and sizes, as well as hoodies. We also have face masks. We have die-cut stickers. We also have tumblers. And there's going to be many more merchandise items to come. So please keep an eye out for that. If you do purchase anything from the Do You Speak Geek merch store, all I ask is that if you put it on your social medias, please use the hashtag #ISpeakGeek. That way we know that you're rocking with DYSG. Again, that is teespring.com/stores/Do You Speak Geek. Roll on over there, copy some merch, and let your kinfolk know that you're rocking with them, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 70. Welcome to the ride, everybody. This is Do You Speak Geek. I am your host, Nix, and thank you all for tuning in. Man, it's been a good weekend to be a Marvel or DC fan. Am I right? Awesome stuff. As I said, this is Nix. This is DYSG, the place where you can get all your geek and nerd news and up-to-date culture stuff. If you just joined us for the first time, welcome. And if you're an avid listener, welcome back. Hopefully you are listening in on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. That is the home team. If not Spreaker, then you can listen pretty much anywhere. You know, we're kind of everywhere. So wherever you listen to your podcast, that's where you can listen to Do You Speak Geek. So please be sure to subscribe and follow the podcast. Leave comments and likes if possible, and we would definitely appreciate that here at DYSG. DoYouSpeakGeek.com is the central hub for everything DYSG. We have blogs, we have photos, we now have merchandise. So please be sure to roll on over to DoYouSpeakGeek.com and check us out. The social media platforms, you can always follow us there. Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, Instagram at Do You Speak Geek. If you missed it last Friday, we had an amazing conversation and an amazing time with the Chris Rowley, pretty much the father or the, I guess, grandfather to Do You Speak Geek. The man is very instrumental in helping get this show up and running. So we once again send a big shout to Chris Rowley. Thank you for sliding through, man. I definitely appreciate everything you've ever done and everything that you continue to do for DYSG. So please go to Instagram at Do You Speak Geek and check that interview out. It was great. YouTube, the only place where you can see the Dono and Daddy show. Please be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. Hulk smash that bell for all notifications and leave your comments. We want to know what you guys think. We have plenty of videos popping up. We have something new coming soon. Just stay close. It's coming. Trust me. Stay close. Something brand new is coming. So, Winter Soldier, the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was great, but let's be honest. There's only really one thing worth talking about this week when it comes to buzz in the air. So, let's go ahead and get right to it. Y'all know what we do about this time. Let's speak Geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
Okay, people. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, has been released. It has been seen. It has been reviewed. It has been critiqued. It has been loved. It has been hated. First of all, if you have not seen it yet, go ahead and step back from this podcast because we got spoilers. I'm not really going to go into a full review of the movie, but what I am going to do is take a little trip back in time for a second and just give my thoughts on Justice League, the movie, both versions, the whole concept of it as it stands. So Justice League, the movie, came out 2017, right? While it was being shot and directed by Zack Snyder, same guy who did Man of Steel, same guy who did Dawn of Justice. During production, Zack Snyder's daughter Autumn committed suicide. Like any other father, he would step away for a little while and be with his family so he can help them heal, so he can also heal himself. Warner Brothers decided that they needed to go ahead and finish this movie regardless of what Zack Snyder was going through. So that makes him trash already. And they decided that, hey, Joss Whedon did a pretty good job on Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. Let's bring him in and let him finish his thing up. So Joss Whedon came in and he didn't necessarily finish it up. I feel like Joss Whedon pretty much came in and redid the whole damn movie. There were shots in that movie that even Zack Snyder admits that he would have never put in that film. If you watch the Snyder Cut and all the shine that Cyborg got, and you see the lack of shine that was given to him in the original, I think our boy Ray Fisher might have been on to something, But I say this though, the people who still want to hate on the Justice League movie, because it was great. All 4 hours were phenomenal. Just so you know. And I mean, from tidbits like seeing the pregnancy test in Lois's nightstand, to seeing Martian Manhunter, to the black suit, even with cape, it was dope. Even though we didn't get mullet Superman with no cape like in the 90s comic, it was still dope. Alfred had more shine. Every character had more shine in this film. It was kind of like watching the first Avengers, where every character got their moments to shine. And that's what happened with this one. Granted, yeah, it was 4 hours long, but still, everybody got their chance to shine collectively and individually. So that was amazing. But you can't keep hating on this movie because it's some cool shit to say or some cool shit to do. You're not really being edgy if you're hating on DC movies. Yeah, I mean, yeah, people do this shit just to think they think it's cool, because it's really not. I mean, these are great movies. As the kid in me growing up, I love this stuff. I love it. And when I see people hating on it, whether it's Marvel or DC, it irks my nerves, because I want to say, okay, you do it. You didn't like Justice League? Okay, you make a Justice League movie. Since it's wrong, you go do a Marvel TV show. Since they all suck, just accept it for what it is. I mean, Hollywood is going to be Hollywood. A lot of people hate on these comic movies because they're not comic accurate. But at this point in the game, people, Hollywood is going to take certain liberties and make the movie that they want to make it. And the sooner you can go ahead and embrace that concept, the sooner you can get on to enjoying these movies for what they are. I mean, if you look at Infinity War and Endgame, it did not go down like it did in the Infinity Gauntlet story for Marvel. It didn't go down the same way. But nonetheless, Infinity War and Endgame were amazing, amazing movies. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. How do y'all feel? Because I still think Justice League, first one and second one, was pretty dope. Now, of course, this Snyder cut was far superior, but I still rock with both versions. God rest the soul of Autumn Snyder. All right, let me go and hop into my favorite portion of the show, Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. The pull list this week, we have my boy, my favorite superhero, Nightwing number 78. Nightwing is back, and his drive to keep Bloodhaven safe has never been stronger. But his adopted city has elected a new mayor with the last name Zuko. When Nightwing enlists Batgirl's help in investigating the politician bearing the same name as the man who murdered his parents, she unearths details that will shock and fundamentally change the hero. Tom Taylor, as always, sir, you do a great job. Keep up the good work. And if you haven't read this book, get your hands on it. Radiant Black number 2. Been enjoying this first. I thoroughly enjoyed that first book. Here's the second one. Yesterday, Nathan found an alien artifact that turned him into a superhero. Today, his dad says he has to get a job. So driving for a rideshare company, Driver it is. Oh, and there's someone else out there robbing banks with powers just like his. That's probably important. Yo, great book, I will say. Great book. I read this like I'm watching a TV show, and I would love to see Radiant Black as a TV show. So, Hollywood, go ahead and get your hands on this one. Superman Red and Blue number 1. This new series presents fresh new visions of the Man of Steel in his 2 signature colors of red and blue. Around the world, everyone knows that when they see a red and blue streak in the sky, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's Superman. To kick things off, Academy Award winning future state writer and next Batman writer John Ridley joins artist Clayton Henry to tell a story of Clark Kent as he confronts a villain who still haunts him, in a story that shows what Superman can mean to a whole country. Then Brandon Easton and Steve LeBeer take readers to the streets of Metropolis to show how one hero can mean so much to an individual in pain. Definitely heartfelt stories here that you want to check out. It definitely shows a more human side of Superman, which is always the goal, because a lot of people can't relate to this malevolent being, this alien with godlike powers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love for someone to write a book to just show Superman in full flex, just being Superman. I know we always want to humanize Superman, but I need to see something where Superman just goes, you know what, I am Superman, and let me show you why I am Superman. You know, a full flex. But these stories were amazing. Please check those out when you get an opportunity. And finally, we have a nice little indie pick. This is Ultra Mega number 1. A cosmic plague has spread, transforming everyday people into violent, monstrous kaiju. Only the Ultra Mega, 3 individuals imbued with incredible powers, can hold the line against this madness. Their battles level cities and leave untold horror in their wake. Now, the final reckoning approaches for the Ultra Mega. But is this a war they can even win? I mean, come on now. Kaijus destroying the city? Absolutely. I'm in. Let's do it. This was a great book here. Check this one out. Skybound Comics. Shout out to y'all. Now, in Source Wall news, Marvel releases a new LGBTQ Captain America called Captain America of the Railways. Now, Marvel introducing a brand new Captain America series coming up. It's called The United States of Captain America, written by Christopher Cantwell and art by Dale Eaglesman. The series is going to see the 4 heroes who have been Captain America in the past: Steve Rogers, Bucky Barnes, Sam Wilson, and John Walker. And by the way, John Walker is the guy who premiered at the end of Winter Soldier and the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Sorry, I keep saying them backwards. The Falcon and Winter Soldier show, that guy, that was John Walker. He's the one that looks like the grandfather from Up. Anyway, they'll be embarking on a road trip to locate Cap's stolen shield. During their journey, they will meet local heroes who have become Captain America in their communities, beginning with Marvel's new hero, Aaron Fisher. Cantwell and Eaglesman are joined by Joshua Trujillo and Jan Balduza in introducing Fisher as the LGBTQ plus hero Captain America of the Railways. Quote, Aaron is inspired by heroes of the queer community, activists, leaders, and everyday folks pushing for a better life. Trujillo says in a press statement, he stands for the oppressed and the forgotten. I hope his debut story resonates with leaders and helps inspire the generation of heroes to come. Aaron is only the first new Captain America to debut in the series. Each issue will introduce another new Captain America as the journey goes forward and then finding Cap's stolen shield. Now, here are my thoughts on this, and I'm gonna cut this so I come through pretty clear. When the big two reimagine an already well-established character and they introduce that character leading with their race, gender, and or sexuality, I'm already checked out. Now, please don't misunderstand my lack of interest with bigotry or racism. I completely support diversity and representation in every facet of media, especially in content that I love. But like I've said before on this show, there's a fine line between representation and tokenism. I mean, Miles Morales, Jane Foster, most recently Tim Fox, and you can go all the way back to John Henry Irons. Racist and sexist idiots aside, these characters didn't get a blanketed warm reception. I mean, Steel was a dope character, but come on, y'all. All black people don't have those facial features, and y'all know that was some bullshit how they drew him. Comics thrive when you have great art, great characters, and a great story. I just hope that this Captain America of the Railways has a narrative that will get and keep the attention of fans. If not, then what was the point of creating him in the first place? There's my soapbox moment. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder! Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
All right, people, in TV and movie news. God dang it, Bobby, they're trying to bring us back. So, on Reddit, writer Brent Forrester revealed that Greg Daniels and Mike Judd are in hot negotiations to bring back King of the Hill. And the revival would see a 15-year time jump. Forrester was asked about the details and saying that would him and Greg Daniels and Mike Judd be down for it? Say, hey, listen, they would murder me for sharing this, but hell yes, they are in hot negotiations to bring back King of the Hill. The Trump administration made it suddenly very relevant again. I will definitely agree with that. The characters have all aged 15 years. The project is so good. Then he went on to say, okay, I've said too much. As Forrester noted, the show would age up Hank, Peggy, Bobby, Dale, Bill, Jeffrey, and the rest of the crew by 15 years. And it would take place in a social and political climate that would be ripe for the show's brand of humor. As long as they don't make it too political and keep this thing very, very funny, I'm down. And as long as my man Boomhauer is back, I'm with it. Because yeah, I can laugh at Boomhauer for weeks. But yeah, this is yeah, keep it funny. You can pepper in political stuff, but yeah, I'm down for King of the Hill coming back. Venom, Let There Be Carnage has been pushed back. Right? I mean, everything's getting pushed back with the way last year went. It has been noted that the Venom sequel has been delayed out of its previous confirmed June 2021 release date, and now will be released in theaters and IMAX and other premium large formats on September 17th, 2021. As you all may have remembered, Andy Serkis is directing the Venom sequel, which will see Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, and Woody Harrelson reprising their roles from the original as Eddie Brock, Anne Weying, and Cletus Cassidy, respectively. Stuff's getting pushed back. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast right now. Until we got this pandemic, that's just how it's going to be. So I'll just be here letting you guys know and keeping you abreast and updated, alright? Let's hop into life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
Alright, gamers. PS5 VR controllers revealed. These look pretty dope. Like little fist gauntlets, if you will. PlayStation officially revealed the first details of the new next-gen PlayStation VR controllers on the PlayStation 5. Notably gone are the wands of the original PSVR, as the design now features an orb-like shape with buttons and triggers in the middle. If you think about the ways in which the PS5 DualSense controller improved on the PlayStation 4's DualShock controller, that's the sort of leap it took, like the next-gen PSVR controllers are making. In case you did miss it, PlayStation officially announced its next-gen VR system at the end of last month, while stating that it would not release this year. Initially, it was billed as an enhanced in a number of ways, easier to use, and the newly announced controller details were tested as implementing key features from the DualSense 5 PS5 controller, as well as a focus on great ergonomics. Given what we've seen, it about sums it up. So check those out online, see the images. I think it'll be an amazing time to use those and get some real VR going. Spider-Man. Well, as in more delays go, Gotham Knights has also been delayed. We'll no longer be seeing it this year. Developers announcing this week on their Twitter the DC game includes playable characters like Batgirl, Red Hood, and more. My Nightwing, yeah. And the targeted release now will be 2022. A message accompanying the announcement delay said that the time spent working on the game will ensure that developers are able to deliver the best possible experience for players. Warner Bros. Games Montreal shared the latest news on Gotham Knights from the game's Twitter account this past Friday. In typical fashion for these sorts of delays announcements, people are becoming all too familiar because of, COVID. The quote goes on by saying Gotham Knights will now launch worldwide 2022. We are giving the game more time to deliver the best possible experience for players. Thank you to our amazing fans for your tremendous support of Gotham Knights. We look forward to showcasing more of the game in the coming months. So that's something to look forward to. I mean, we all didn't see anything about this game since Fandom, so hopefully in the next couple of months here at some point this summer, we may see some more footage, maybe even hear some more details, hear about some more characters, some more villains, methods of gameplay. So hopefully this will be good. But like I said, if it's delayed, I'm fine with that, especially with video games. I am super fine with a video game being delayed. I don't want to get a Cyberpunk 2077 experience with this game because this is something that I really want to play. So Montreal, WB Montreal, take your time. It's cool. And while they take their time, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please follow the content, subscribe to the content, watch the content. Let your boy know what you think about that content. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Copy some merch. Follow the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out our YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe and like there. As always, people, live to play to win, win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?